Hey guys, it's Beth here and welcome to another pickups video. This one's really long overdue. I've been meaning to get this out for ages, so sorry about the delay guys. So this one is going to be full of some incredible items. There's a lot of variety, so I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. So at the moment I'm currently wearing gloves. The reason being is just before filming this video I decided to go and burn my hand on a set of hair straighteners. Now my hand's literally red raw. I've broken the skin on it and it's really painful, so yeah, just bear with me. If I pull any weird faces, yeah, it's going to be because my hand hurts, I expect, so my apologies in advance. So first off I'm going to talk about some raffle wins. During the last few months I've entered a lot of raffles and I've managed to get quite lucky and I've won quite a few really nice items that I can't wait to show you guys. So first off is a special edition Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch, which I'll show you a picture of above, so it'll be up here somewhere. So I won that in a raffle, and not long after I decided to do a prize draw and help to raise some money for the Welsh NHS. Wales was really badly affected by COVID and I just wanted to do my best to try and raise some money for you know, our NHS. So I did a prize draw. A lot of my friends and other people entered this draw, and I really want to take this opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of you for entering. Thank you so much. It means so much to me, guys. So thank you. In total, we raised £769, which is absolutely outstanding. It's more than I ever imagined, you know. It's just absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful. So the next item I want to talk about is another Switch. This time it's a Nintendo Switch Lite. It came with a case, a protector and a copy of Professor Layton. It's a yellow Switch Lite. So again, I'll show you another picture. It'll be up here somewhere. Now, I already owned a Nintendo Switch Lite, so what I ended up doing is, I know I wouldn't have used this one, it probably would have just been on my shelf because I used my other one. So what I decided to do is, my friend's little girl Fliss, she was after a Nintendo Switch for ages, and her mum entered to win the Animal Crossing Switch, and Fliss was getting so excited, like she really wanted to win, and I could just see how excited she was, and I, you know, she didn't end up winning the Animal Crossing Switch, so instead I decided to gift her that yellow Switch Lite. So yeah, she was really over the moon with it, and I was really happy to give that to her. When I went around to the house to drop it off to her, she painted me this little picture. On the back it says, "To Beth, thank you, love, Fliss." I'll end up hanging that up on the wall at some point. Thank you so much for that. I'm really glad you're happy with the Switch. I also went into Game and got Fliss a copy of Minecraft to go with her Switch, so she had something to play on it. She absolutely loves Minecraft. I think it's just really popular game these days, especially with kids. So she was really happy with that. Okay, so the next raffle win was actually a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. The lighting in here is pretty bad at the moment. I'm doing my best to show you guys, but there we go. So basically, I won this in a raffle, but I already owned one myself. I got it back when the Nintendo Switch was first released, so I've basically had one since day one. I bought it around about the same time as my Switch, so I had no real need for this when I won it in a raffle, so I ended up giving this controller to Jay because he didn't have one. So yeah. So the Pro controller is really nice. It feels great in your hands, and it's really good for extended hours of gameplay. If you're a gamer and you play for hours upon end, like say you play like a lot of RPGs, something that requires like a lot of hours, this is the perfect controller. It's just so comfortable to hold, you know. if you play for hours, it's just perfect. I think the other reason I really like these controllers is because they're built very similar to the Xbox controllers. They're big and bulky. They feel very much like the Xbox controller. The sticks and buttons are in like pretty much the same place, like they're almost identical, you know. And I just really like the overall feel and build of the controller. I really love the Xbox controller. I think that controller's flawless. The 360 and One controllers are absolutely amazing. They're super comfortable, and this isn't far behind. This is such a nice controller, and I really do highly recommend this if you don't have one. As I said, if you play for a long period of time, the Joy-Cons are just not going to cut it. You're better off having one of these. The Joy-Cons are pretty decent in themselves, but I would rather play on one of these, much more comfortable. So speaking about the Switch, I actually won a Nintendo Switch game. Borderlands Legendary Collection. This comes with all 3 games, Borderlands 1, 2 and the pre-sequel. All 3 are fantastic action role-playing first-person shooting games. There's loads to do on these games, and the humour in them is spot on. It's my sense of humour exactly. They're just brilliant. They always make me laugh. The story in them's good, you know. The boss battles are wacky. They're always just mental. The characters are all good. Like, there's just really, I can't praise this game enough. It's just fantastic. Well, I say this game, I mean this series of games enough. I would say that the first game's probably the best of all 3, even though all 3 are really solid games. So not only does this come with all 3 games, but it also comes with all the DLC as well. It comes with all the downloadable content, and I think the only thing that sucks about this is I believe the cartridge only comes with the first game on it. The other 2 games are basically download codes. I wish they'd put all the games onto the cartridge, but the thing is, it is what it is, and you know, it would take up a lot of room, so it is what it is. The games are fantastic though, and I've literally played all 3 on the Xbox, so I can't wait to dive into these again on the Switch. As I said, fabulous games, and I'm pretty sure most of you would have played a Borderlands game by now. If not, you really should, because they are brilliant. I love going around looting, finding new guns. It's just so much to explore. It's just fabulous. So that's that one. Next win was a PS4 game, and I haven't got around to playing it yet, which, you know, admittedly, I really wish that I'd started playing this already. It's The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the first game was an absolute masterpiece. It was amazing. The story was just, you know, incredible. I was in tears. I'm such an emotional person, and the first game just made me cry. It was so sad. The first game's going to be really hard to beat because it was pretty much spot on. It was flawless. Now, this game had like mixed reviews. A lot of people liked it, but then a lot of people didn't. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like. I like to play a game and make my own judgment, so I'm interested to see what this game's going to be like. I can't wait to play it. So I'll be playing this ASAP when I have some free time. Okay, so last but not least for Raffle Wins is this absolutely stunning 2018 Days of Play PS4 Slim. This is a 1 terabyte model with a gorgeous deep blue finish and PlayStation's DualShock controller icons in gold, which is absolutely beautiful. This actually came with 4 games, which I'll show you, but the console itself is absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just pop this down. Okay, so we have Kingdom Hearts 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, Assassin's Creed Origins, and FIFA 20. So out of these games, I'm probably only going to keep Kingdom Hearts 3. The rest of these I'll probably get traded in for some credit at CEX because I don't really have any interest. Now, Horizon Zero Dawn I actually already own. That's the reason that I'm trading it in. Assassin's Creed Origins I already have on the Xbox One, and FIFA 20 I have no interest in at all. So yeah. So that's that. Okay, so just before I forget, I didn't show the controller, so here's the matching controller. Really, really, really nice. As you can see, deep blue finish again, and it's got the golden DualShock icons up here, so it's really, really nice. Okay guys, so the next pickups are games I got from Argos. I don't think these games were technically in the sale, but they were pretty cheap, and all of them are obviously brand new and sealed, so I'm really, really happy to obviously have some of these. So they're all 3DS games, by the way. So we got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, this was $7.49. Yoshi's New Island, this was $15.99. Mario Tennis Open, $6.99. Kirby Battle Royale, $6.99. We got Super Mario Maker 3DS, that was $12.99. We got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. This one was $11.79. We got Super Mario 3D Land, this was $12.99. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, this one was $10.99. Mario Party Island Tour, this was $12.99. We got Luigi's Mansion 2. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but I don't think it was too much. I genuinely can't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago I got these, and I'm terrible at remembering things. I also got Monster Hunter Stories. Now this was originally a £30 game, and it really, really dropped in price. Again, I can't remember the price, but it was a lot lower than 30, I know that. So I think all in all I paid around 140, around that mark for all of these. It might have been slightly more, I can't quite remember, but at the moment these are going to stay sealed. I've got a massive backlog of games at the moment anyway, so they're going to stay sealed for the time being. But if I want to play any of these in the future, I will be unsealing them. I do have plans on playing them in the future, but right now they can stay sealed. Okay, so moving on to a couple of pickups I made fairly recently. So this is a game I've been chasing up for a very, very long time. Every time I check eBay for listings, it very, very rarely comes up. I've seen it maybe once or twice. It's kind of like a mid-range game. It's not like high-end, it's not low-end. It's about the £100 mark, maybe slightly higher, maybe about 130. But if you know me well by now, you'll know that I'm really, really into collecting imports, especially for the PlayStation 1, and in particular Japanese imports. So as I said, this has been one that I've been chasing for a while, and I'm super happy to finally have it in my collection. I just want to give a big shout out to Roller X Core Eddie for pointing me in the direction of someone in the gaming community that was actually selling this game or wanting to sell this game. So thanks Eddie for that. And that's Slap Happy Rhythm Busters. This game is fantastic. I first seen some gameplay on YouTube ages ago, and it's definitely to my taste of games. So it's like a 2.5D fighting game with like cel shaded graphics. It's absolutely stunning. So the best and most unique part of this game for me is the super move system. So when you do a super move, you have to like perform this little mini game that's sort of based off of Dance Dance Revolution, and by doing this mini game it sort of determines the effectiveness of your super move, and it's really cool. Like, in order to see how cool this game really is, you'd have to look up gameplay on it, but it is phenomenal. It's like a fighting game and a music and rhythm game merged into one, and being a massive fan of both genres, this is a must-have for your collection, especially if you're into collecting import games. Absolutely brilliant, and so happy to have this in my collection. I'd also like to thank the seller I got this off. Thank you very much. He sold it to me for a pretty damn decent price, £100, which I was happy enough to pay for this. As I said, I've been after it for ages, and I'm really happy to tick this off of my list. So that's Slap Happy Rhythm Busters. Okay, so up next we have two absolutely stunning Japanese Sega Saturn consoles. So the first one's a boxed Japanese Model 1 console. The condition's stunning inside and out. So this is the box. I'll put a picture above showing the console itself. So this one's grey, and it's absolutely stunning, as you'll see from the photos. I'm really excited to own it, and I'd also really like to add the white Japanese Model 2 console eventually as well. So yeah, it's an absolutely stunning console. Really excited to have this one. So secondly is the more exciting of the two. I'll show you guys now. So we have the This Is Cool skeleton model Saturn. This one's personally the standout Sega Saturn console. I think this is the coolest looking one, for sure. So I'm really happy to have this. I just want to give a massive shout out to Kev, Mr. Kevin Wolford 123. He pointed me in the direction of a Facebook page, and some seller was selling this. It's not boxed or anything, it's loose, but the guy was selling this for £140, which is an absolute bargain, guys. It's an absolute steal at that price. So obviously the This Is Cool model. It also came with the matching controller, which is really nice. You guys can't see very well because the lighting is absolute garbage in here, but the seller also kindly threw in a game, and that's Virtua Fighter 2. So he actually gave me that free with the console. So really happy to get that for £140 in total. Absolute bargain. So thank you, Kev, for sending me in the direction of that Facebook page. Okay, so we got a Facebook Marketplace pickup, guys. This doesn't happen very often for me because I always find that around my area there's not much in terms of games, so it's not very often I get a Facebook Marketplace pickup. I definitely had to grab this though because it's Xbox 360 related. Recently I've decided I want to try and collect every single 360 variant in terms of consoles, so this is one that I didn't have in my collection, and it's probably one of the nicest as well. This is the R2-D2 blue and white themed console, Star Wars. It's absolutely stunning, this console. It also came with a controller. So this is the Xbox 360 wireless controller that it comes with, inspired by C3PO. It's really nice, this. Beautiful controller. It also came with a spare silver controller, which is nice. It's always nice to have extra controllers. So it also came with this one. And it came with the matching white Connect as well. It's all in absolutely beautiful condition, by the way. And not only that, but it also came with the Connect Star Wars game as well that comes bundled with the console. Unfortunately, it's not boxed. I would have liked it to have been boxed, but it's all loose. But all that came with a massive stack of 360 games. I'll post the games at the top so you guys can see what else I got in the bundle. But I got that on Facebook Marketplace for, I think it was £70. I'm pretty sure it was like either £70 or £80, which was an absolute bargain. I ended up trading all the games up here to CEX, and they gave me around £50 for them all. So that bundle was an absolute bargain. Really happy to get all that for £70 or £80, and then trading all those games in for 50. And then obviously I've got the console as well, so really good deal. Okay, so the last 2 weekends I actually met up with Planet Retro, Al, and we went to one of my favourite retro game shops in Cardiff, which is Super Tomato. Now, this shop isn't too far from where I live. It's probably the best local retro game shop we have. It's probably the best one in Wales. He always has a lot of variety, a lot of high-end games, and a lot of obscure stuff as well. So it's always really interesting to go and have a look around his shop. I definitely recommend you go if you're in the Cardiff area. It's definitely worth going at least once. So me and Al spent a couple of hours in there having a look around. He got a few bits which I think he showed off in his pickups video, and I was looking around for ages and nothing really took my interest at first until he mentioned he had this in stock. He didn't actually have it out on display, but then he mentioned it to me and he sold it to me by saying two things. Now, I love collecting imports, especially for PS1 and Sega Saturn, and he mentioned this to me. So I'm going to probably butcher the name of this. Pukura Daisakusen? I really have no idea how to pronounce that, so forgive me if that's completely wrong. Pukura Daisakusen. So yeah, what sold this to me is the fact that it's made by Atlas. Atlas make absolutely incredible games. I don't think I've ever played a game made by Atlas that has been disappointing. Everything they make tends to be pretty much gold. It's really quality stuff. So that's one of the first reasons that I wanted this. And what sold this to me even more is that this is like an action shooting game, and it's a bit like Pocky and Rocky, where you're sort of like moving about as a character and you're shooting. It's a bit like a shmup, but you're walking along and shooting. That's what it reminds me of, and that's how it was sort of described to me as being. So I was really interested in this, like instantly. He just said two things and I was like, yep, I'm having that. So unfortunately the game didn't have the manual in it, but it had something better. It actually came with the official calendar that the game actually comes with, which is probably the more rare item within the game anyway. That's probably the more rare bit. I'm sure I can source a manual for it eventually. The disc's in mint condition though. It's really nice. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this in my collection for sure. Okay, so some more bits off of Al. So first off, we have some keyrings. I remember when you could first get these, they came in like little packets and they were supposed to be random, but I guess you could get around it a bit. Maybe you could like feel the packets to see like what the edges felt like, so you would have more of an idea which one you could get. Like, I guess you could cheat it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure there'd be some people out there that would just open the packets anyway. I've known people to do that before. But yeah, we have a Game Boy Advance handheld one and a SNES controller one. They're super cute. I'm going to put them on my Duck Hunt backpack. They're really nice, so thank you for those. Next, we did a trade. Basically, I got another video to do, and it's me unboxing 3 massive boxes of Japanese games that I got off of Alan. I got a ridiculous amount of games off him, a couple of 100 games. I'll get around to doing that eventually, but I got a Japanese wrestling Mega Drive game in there, which I traded to Al for some PS1 games. We've got Chrono Trigger, and Vagrant Story. Now I have Vagrant Story for PAL, but it's nice to have the Japanese variant. That's pretty cool. And then Chrono Trigger. Really, really cool artwork on there. Really, really nice games to have. So that's the trade that I did with Al. He also gave me a massive stack of, it's a mixture of Sega Saturn and PS1 Japanese games. I don't know what half of these are, admittedly. I could probably guess from the back, but yeah. We've got this one. This one. Victory Goal, obviously a football game. Evangelion. Golf game. There we go. So he kindly gifted me those. And when we were out and about, when we were in Western Supermare, we actually went to MT Games, which is more of a shop that sells like figures, but they do have a section with retro games. It's a good job we went there, because surprisingly, most of you probably know that Al's not far off of a full NES set now. I think at the time he needed 2 games, and it just so happened that when we went to MT Games, there was a game there he actually needed, which is mad. He was actually after The Lion King, and he picked that up in MT Games. He also grabbed me this from MT Games. It's an Xbox One title. This is Super Dungeon Bros. He also ordered a copy of this for himself, and we're going to play this in multiplayer together. So, yeah, it looks interesting. I've never played this before. Co-op Dungeon Brawler. Sounds really good though. Sounds like it'd be pretty decent in co-op, so can't wait to give this a go with Al. So we'll be playing a bit of this when we've got time. So thanks for that one. Me and Al went around quite a few charity shops. They were okay, but I think there was only one that had anything decent really. I think Al picked up 3 games for £1 and he was happy with what he got. I'm pretty sure he's probably put it in his pickups video. The only thing that caught my eye was this Overwatch Anthology, Volume 1. It's really, really nice. The artwork in this is beautiful. It's basically just a large comic. It's got a lot of pages and they're really detailed. It's a really, really nice comic. This was £6, says there. Yeah, I played Overwatch a lot when it first came out. I really, really liked it. I used to play as Diva quite a bit, and I was pretty decent with Junkrat, but the art in this is really, really nice. So Al kindly got that for me. Thank you very, very much for that. We also went in a couple of CEX stores, all in different areas. I can't remember exactly where I got this game from with my credit, but it might have been Bristol. I can't remember. My brain's like it's just like a sieve, just never remember anything. So this is Guitaru Man. Obviously I love music and rhythm games, so this is right up my street. This was $25. I used credit to get it. It's all complete as well. It's got manual and disc. Really, really nice condition, so very, very happy to add that to my collection. I've got it on the PSP, but I really, really wanted it for the PlayStation 2 as well, so that's that. Next, we went in Forbidden Planet. I'm a proper geek and I love those shops. I absolutely love Forbidden Planet. So if I go anywhere in general that I know has a Forbidden Planet, I'll always go in there and have a look. So Al got me some mints. You can never ever have enough mints in a cool NES controller tin. Really, really cool. I'll definitely keep the tin. And yeah, as I said, mints are always good. He also got some cookies and cream flavoured Pocky. Best combination in the world. I love Pocky and I love cookies and cream. So I'm surprised I haven't devoured these already, but I'm pretty sure that the minute that I stop filming this video, they're going to go down in like one go probably. I'm probably going to munch on them straight away. So thanks for those. We went into 8-Bit Planet, which is a retro game shop in Bristol. And it's a very, very small shop, but they did have like a decent selection of retro in there. So we were having a good look and there was about 3 or 4 things I was interested in. I think Al ended up getting Smash Bros for the N64. It was a really, really good price. 30's not bad at all. CEX charged 35 for it, so definitely not a bad deal. I was eyeing up a boxed Game Boy Advance game. It was Castlevania, but I decided to leave it because it was a little bit out of my price range. I was looking at Harvest Moon for the PS1, but I decided against it. There was a few games that I was taking a good look at for a while, but I ended up with, and I'm very, very happy with my choice, Solar to Robo, Red the Hunter, and this is brand new and sealed. This has still got the Nintendo seal on there. Now this game is meant to be a pretty rare DS game, so I paid, you know, sort of high price on this. It was a decent deal though. This was £60 sealed. These sell around £80, something like that, so it wasn't a bad deal. Now for those of you who don't know what this game is, it's an action role-playing game, and it's the sequel to Tales Concerto, or Tales Concerto. People say it differently, hence why I've said 2 different ways of saying it. But yeah, it was a game back on their PlayStation 1, and this is basically the sequel to it. So yeah, I love role-playing games, so again, another game that would be right up my street. I can't wait to have a go on it. I'm debating whether to break the seal on it right now or wait a little bit, but yeah, it'll definitely get played eventually. I really, really am expecting good things from this, so yeah, that's that. So when Al arrived here, he actually surprised me with something. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I've been trying to collect every single variant of 360 consoles. Now, what Al bought for me was the Modern Warfare 3 Xbox Slim with the matching wireless controller. Now, what's really, really cool about this is a Facebook Marketplace find. And it literally, I think Al told me it was either £20 or £25. Again, my brain, I literally can't think. But it was about £20 or £25, I'm pretty sure Al said. Now, part of the credit for this does have to go to Kev, because Kev's actually the person that found this listed on Facebook Marketplace. It was a little bit out of Kev's way to go and pick up, so Al went and got it instead, and it kindly got gifted to me, so thank you to both of you. Thank you so much, guys. This is gonna go pride of place in my collection. It's absolutely beautiful. The final thing that I had off Al was actually pretty cool. Now, when we were out and about, we did when we were out and about in Weston-super-Mare, we did actually go in a lot of the arcades. We were just having a random go on some machines. I played Al at Guitar Hero. We had a couple of goes on different things. And basically, Al managed to win one of these. This is a Frogger plug and play, which is absolutely awesome. He won it on one of these machines. I'll put a picture up here to show you guys what I'm talking about, but these things look very easy, but they're not. They're very deceiving. They look very simple, but you have to get it spot on to be able to win this prize. But yeah, I'll show you the machine up here. But he managed to win this plug and play out of one of those machines. I was very, very impressed. I really don't think I would have been able to do it. He did have another go as well, because there was another machine, pretty much the same machine, but you had to be a bit more accurate, just a little bit more accurate, and you could win controllers. There was a bunch of Xbox One controllers, and Al was really, really close to one of those as well. So yeah, he's definitely good at those machines. So I'm really, really happy. I love Frogger. Pretty damn amazing game. So yeah, it's really nice to have this plug and play in my collection. Thank you very much. So the next item, I want to give a shout out to a guy called Zach on my Instagram. Now, Kev actually pointed Zach in my direction because I collect plug and plays. Kev wasn't really interested. I think this guy Zach offered Kev the plug and play first, and I don't think Kev collects them. So Kev directed Zach to my Instagram, and Zach kindly asked if I'd be interested in this Darth Vader plug and play. So he sent it my way. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you, Zach. Cheers for that. It's really, really appreciated. I love my plug and play stuff. So I literally didn't have this in my collection, so that's a really, really nice piece to add to my plug and play stuff. Thank you. As you may have noticed, guys, you might have noticed quite a while ago, I took my gloves off. My hands were really, really sweaty, so I had to take them off. The sweat was actually irritating the burn just a little bit. As you can see the end of my 3 fingers there. That's where I caught it. That's where it's quite red and nasty. But yeah, overall it's not looking too bad now. So happy days. Speaking of Kev actually sent me some MVS games, which was really, really kind of him. So we have the King of Fighters 99 on a really, really nice blue MVS cart, really, really nice, and the King of Fighters 2000. Now Kev really, really rates the King of Fighters games. They're one of his favourite series in regards to fighters. So yeah, he already had these in his collection, so he actually gifted these to me. One day I'm actually gonna practice and get really, really good at these games, because I want to give Kev a challenge on these one day. There's no way I'm gonna beat him. He's so good at these games. He's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, no chance I'm ever gonna beat him. No matter how much practice I do, I'm never gonna beat Kev at these games. But it's safe to say that I'm really incredibly grateful for these, Kev. Thank you very much for sending these my way. I'm definitely going to practice, and one day, even if I can't beat you, I hope to at least do decently against you. So thanks for those. And last but by no means least is another incredible package from Mr. Selective Collective, Connor. As usual, he sent me just an amazing package. I have no words for what Connor has sent. It's absolutely insane. Thank you very, very much. So first off, he sent me some batteries for my GoPro. There we go. Always handy, so thank you for those. Next, he got me some more 3DS games. These ones were all in the sale. He did tell me the prices earlier, but they're literally I don't think he put them down for me in a list, but I'll try and remember. He got me a copy of Fire Emblem Warriors. I'm pretty sure he said that was $3.99. Yokai Watch 2 Bony Spirits and Yokai Watch 2 Fleshy Souls. They were £2 odd, I think. Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido. I think that was £3 odd as well, maybe $3.99. We got Mario Party Star Rush and Paper Mario Sticker Star. So again, some fantastic 3DS games, absolutely incredible. So thank you for those. Next, he got me a copy of SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy for the Nintendo Switch fighting game with all female characters. This looks really, really cool, and it was absolutely dead cheap. I think Connor said that this was under £10. I believe he said it was like £9 something. That's an absolute bargain for a Nintendo Switch game. Absolutely. So yeah, brand new unsealed copy of SNK Heroines. Definitely will get around to playing this at some point. It looks really, really fun. He also got me a copy of Luigi's Mansion 3. I've been absolutely dying to play this. As you guys know, this really hasn't shifted much in price. It's maybe dropped a little bit, but it's kind of held its value quite a lot. Now, the way Connor got this is, I believe his brother wanted him to sell a bunch of games. And as long as he got a certain amount for them, it meant that everything was alright. So Connor managed to actually sell the other games in the bundle that his brother gave him for the 100, which means that he technically got this for free. So he sent this over to me. I can't thank him enough, because this is incredible. Like, I literally cannot wait to have a go on that. So thank you so much. Something else that Connor sent over, this is a GameCube game, and it's The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I actually have every single Zelda game for the GameCube. This was the only one that I didn't have, and Connor actually won this in a raffle. Yeah, so he basically told me that he's not really into Zelda games so much, so he said he'd be willing to send that my way, as I would probably have more use out of it, which is definitely true. I love the Zelda series, so I'll definitely be having a go on this at some point. Thank you for that. Again, he knows I really, really like 360 and that I like to collect for the 360. So he sent me a copy of the collector's edition for Halo Reach. It's all complete. I believe that he actually got this off of Kev originally. And I think he asked Kev if it'd be alright if he sent this my way. Again, I think it's something he thinks would be better off in my collection, as I collect for the 360. So again, thank you so much for this. It's going to be a prize of possession in my Xbox 360 collection. Thank you. So next we have, let's have a look, another 3DS game that I missed. This is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Now, Connor had a loose cart for this, and the only thing that was missing was the box. So I think he managed to get a box off of eBay, and in total, I think the box cost him £9. So he sent that my way. So thank you very, very much. Next, this is where he used some credit. Oh my god, going through all this stuff. I feel so guilty. I feel absolutely honoured though. It's just such an overwhelming feeling when someone does such nice things for you. It's just incredible. Like, I can't get over it. Like, the generosity of certain people is phenomenal. It's just absolutely outstanding. So the first game he got for me with some CEX credit was Final Fight 1 for the Game Boy Advance. This is an absolute mint copy as well. He's put in a nice protector for me as well. Absolutely mint condition this. I absolutely love the Final Fight series, so this was absolutely gorgeous. I'll definitely play through it. Thank you so much. Another thing he got with some credit was a Dreamcast game. I already have the first game, but I didn't have the second one, and that's Shenmue 2. It comes all complete with the slipcover, and it's in really nice condition. So again, thank you so much. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Honest, I'm so overwhelmed. I hardly know what to say. I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay. So next, again, all of these are with credit, and it's just amazing. Like, these some of these are games I've been after for absolutely ages, and I mean forever. Half the time when I tried to get them, I don't think CEX had them in. So yeah, I think I just got unlucky, especially with the one game. That never seemed to be in stock, or it would be very rarely in stock. But the first one, this one was just random. I think he bought this because he was after, I think it was new and sealed, and he was after a brand new PS1 case. So he bought this game just for the new case because it was new and sealed, but I think he sent the game my way anyway, and that's Disney's Peter Pan. And these two now are absolutely phenomenal, and they're in outstanding condition. Both are absolutely mint, complete with manuals, very clean discs, and both of the cases are brand new. So the first one is Monster Rancher. Now, the story behind this is, ages ago when I was at the car boot, I missed out on a copy of this. I was just walking up to a stall, and some guy was buying this for £1, and I literally just missed out on it. I was so disappointed. But Connor actually used CEX credit and sent me this, which is absolutely outstanding. I honestly cannot believe that he sent me this. It's great. Basically, I was always like interested in this game. It seems really cool. It's basically a game where you use music CDs. You put them into your system, and you know, if it's depending on what the CD is, I think it goes by like the software and things like that, but you basically collect monsters through using music CDs, and you just keep adding them to your collection. You obviously look after them, raise them, you can fully interact with them. There's like literally hundreds that you can collect. I always thought it was just a really interesting game, and I never ever played this growing up, so it's one of those games that I really wanted to play when I was younger but never did, and now I actually have the opportunity to do so. So thank you, Connor, for this. And this game is the one that I'm absolutely lost for words with. It's just insane. This is one I've been literally after for ages, and that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is the game I'm talking about. This does come into CEX, but every time I seem to check, it's never ever in stock, and this is an absolutely gorgeous mint and complete copy. I've watched this in the past, like I've seen playthroughs of it on YouTube, and it looks absolutely incredible. It's got a lot of mini games in it from what I can remember. You've got like 18 different characters. Yeah, basically it's an assortment of mini games, sort of mixed in with like a fighter. Yeah, I think there's even a level where there's like a shmup section. It looked absolutely outstanding. Again, it's another one I never really played growing up, and it's one that I've always wanted to try out from watching playthroughs of it. It looks just absolutely awesome. So I can now play it, and I'm really, really excited. So they were the pickups from Connor. Absolutely outstanding. Thank you so much. I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that sent me things. So massive thank you to Al for everything. Absolutely amazing. I'm so overwhelmed by everything. Thank you to Kev for the MVS games. Thank you to Zach for my plug and play, and thank you to Connor for my box of games. Thank you guys so much. Honestly, I can't wait to play all these games. So that's the end of my pickups video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.